We are at Murray State. This is their agricultural center. I wonder if he's planning on stopping. All hemp.
Yeah, so we're still trying to figure out everything on the genetic side. It's kind of wide open. We're just trying to find a good balance between cost of the seed and the tonnage it's going to yield. So in terms of what we've planted here are the varieties that kind of fit in the pricing of what we need. So $3 to $5 a pound. Kind of makes sense. So here on the right we've got a Polish variety called Bielobreski. International Hemp Seed provided that seed for us to put on here. It's from, like I said, it's from Poland. We tried some of it last year. I think it would do much better in a further northern climate than in Kentucky. Then we get to the middle part of the field, kind of the more yellowish, light green looking plants. Here is a French variety called Fibroir, Fibroir 79, I believe. The big draw to it was that it didn't need a whole lot of added nitrogen. So they said it was the Hemp Seed Warehouse provided this, and then the Futura over there. But my guy Corby that provided the seed said it would be a naturally yellow color. See, some of it's starting to starting to seed. So we really want it to flower as late as possible, so that means it's still growing up and not putting as much energy towards the grain and the flower. So after the summer solstice, it really starts putting a lot more emphasis on the grain and flower. So that's why you want to try to plant it as early as you can without having risk to frost.
Yeah.
We had some of the Polish variety we planted April 10th, and then like a week later it was sprouted, a couple inch plants. It was 5 acres. We had a farmer around Owensboro, Kentucky. It sprouted, had a couple inches out of the ground, and bad frost came through and wiped it out.
Oh, geez.
So planting it too early is no good, but you want to plant it as early as you can without the frost risk there, so you can get, so it'll grow up before, like I said, the summer solstice, where it starts putting a lot more emphasis on the grain and the flower. But this is Futura 82 or 83, I believe. It's one of the newer Futura varieties, but this is doing really, really well. This is, my theory after last year was that we needed a variety that was similar to Kentucky. Bad at geography, forget which one's longitude and latitude, but we need one that's similar to that as us. So France is a little closer than Poland. We've had some Italian genetics that have worked great in the past, but the price point on that is just too high to make anything even close to penciling out. Some people are doing some seed from Asia, and there's some in Sykeston right now that's doing really well. So not too far from here, but it's kind of a game of reliability of getting. It's hard to get reliable seed from there, so it's a lot more reliable if it's coming from Europe. I've heard a lot of horror stories of people importing seed from Asia, and they put it in the ground and it just doesn't germinate at all. So I think those varieties would do well here. We just need to have a reliable access to it. This stuff looks really good right here. my dad out here when it was real small.
Well, welcome to Murray State Center for Agricultural Hemp Test Plots, and here on our West Farm at Murray State. We're very fortunate. We have 5 hands-on learning laboratories for our students, and we have a variety of projects out here. We have about 250 acres on this farm. We work with industry. We work with all kinds of seed and chemical companies with their test plots, and with the University of Kentucky as well. Here we've got our Futura fiber hemp that we have as one of our fiber varieties, and then scanning kind of where we're at, we have some strip trials of soybean seed varieties. These happen to be with what used to be Garst, and now I'm forgetting the name that they're with, but anyway, that company. And then also their corn variety trials. You see our farm machinery shop over in the foreground, and then on the other side is our equine farm. We're known for the racers. We're known for our horses. We have about 55 head of university horses, and a student can come to Murray State and bring their own horse with them. So we actually have a lot of students from the New York, Pennsylvania area that come here to study. One of the real successful ones that we had in our equine program was from Pennsylvania. So then we have our dark tobacco trials on the other side of the corn, and we also have a trial over there with UK as their corn and soybean variety trials, where they have probably some 150 to 200 varieties of trials. And then scanning on around, we have some microbial studies on soybeans and irrigation. And then our irrigation rig, our tobacco greenhouse over here, and our tobacco barn. You actually fire the tobacco barn. You put the dark tobacco in there and build a fire and put sawdust and smoke and fire it to get the flavor that's needed for smokeless tobacco, which is, if you draw a 100-mile radius around Murray, Kentucky, you have 95% of the world's dark fire tobacco is right here. So you're in dark fire tobacco country here. So welcome to Murray State.
All right.
We also have some aquaculture ponds over here, 4 half-acre aquaculture ponds where we do different research with fish and grow different species of fish.